Good morning, students. Welcome back to the topic of limits. In the previous lecture, we learnt about the formula limit x approaches to 0, x approaches to a, x power n minus a power n upon x minus a, which is equal to n into a power n minus 1. So we shall continue with this topic and we'll do some important questions. So here is the first question. Limit x approaches to a, x plus 2 whole power 5 by 2 minus a plus 2 whole power 5 by 2 upon x minus a. So if you compare this question with this formula, so in the denominator we have x plus a, but in the numerator we have x plus 2. So by comparing this question with this formula, so we should have same number in the denominator as in the numerator. So यहाँ पर हमारे पास है बच्चों x plus 2. So we should have same factors in the denominator. So we should write it as limit x approaches a, x plus 2 whole power 5 by 2 minus a plus 2 whole power 5 by 2 upon, here I am going to add and subtract 2, so we can write it as x plus 2 minus a plus 2. I have added 2 and subtracted 2, so taking minus from this it becomes a plus 2, and now this is of the same type, इसी स्ट्रक्चर में आ चुके हैं. सो वी कैन राइट n into a power n minus 1, that is 5 by 2 into a plus 2 whole power 5 by 2 minus 1. So this is 5 by 2 into a plus 2 power 3 by 2, and which is answer. So बहुत simple question. I think it is clear to you. Let's move to the next question. Second question here is, if limit x approaches to 3, this is 3 here, not a, this is 3, x power n minus 3 power n upon x minus 3 equal to 108, find n. So on the left hand side we have limit x approaches 3, x power n minus 3 power n upon x minus 3, this is equal to 108. So applying the formula, we have n into 3 power n minus 1 equal to 108 on the right hand side. So breaking up 108 into, this is, I can write 4 into 27, and which is equal to 4 into 27 is 3 cube, and cube is written as 4 minus 1. So comparing this, in place of 3 we have 3 on both sides, so minus 1 same, so this implies n equals to 4, and that's the answer. By comparing both sides we get n equal to 4. So it was again very simple question. Next question is, limit x approaches 27, x power 1 by 3 plus 3 into x power 1 by 3 minus 3 upon x minus 24. So again we are going to apply the same formula. Limit x approaches a, this is n into a power n minus 1. So now this is not in this form, this question is not in this structure, so we shall reduce this into the standard form. X approaches 27, see here it is a plus b into a minus b form, okay, x plus 1 by 3, x power 1 by 3 plus 3. So we can apply the formula a plus b into a minus b, that is a square minus b square. So this becomes x power 2 by 3 minus 3 square upon x minus 27. So still it is not in the same that form. Again we'll reduce it, x approaches 27, so this is x power 2 by 3. So we should have same factor like x minus a in the denominator, here we should have a. So here a is equal to 27, so we can write it as 27 power 2 by 3. Is it? The cube root of 27 is 3 and 3 square is 9. Now it is of the same form as this formula. So here we write, this is 2 by 3 into 27 power 2 by 3 minus 1, that is minus 1 by 3. So this is 2 by 3 into, you can write it as 27 power 1 by 3, that is cube root of 27, 3. So 2 by 3 into 3, that is 2 by 9. So this is again very simple question, but you have to keep in mind that how to apply this formula. We just modify the numerator by applying the formula a plus b into a minus b. So let's move to next question. Here we have limit x approaches minus 1 by 2, 8x cube plus 1 upon 2x plus 1. So we can write numerator as 2x cube plus 1, or you can write 1 cube upon 2x plus 1. So it is limit x approaches minus 1 by 2. So we can apply formula a cube plus b cube, which is a plus b into a square, that is 4x square, minus ab, which is 2x plus b square. In the denominator we have 2x plus 1. So this factor goes off. Now we can directly apply the limits. This is 4 into minus 1 by 2 whole square minus 2 into minus 1 by 2 plus 1. So here we get 1, and this is plus 1 plus 1. So, and this is the answer. We get 3. So question is again very simple. We have applied a cube plus b cube in the numerator upon a plus b. So यहाँ से 2x plus 1 कैंसिल हो जाएगा, बाकी x की जगह minus 1 by 2 पुट करके इसको सिंप्लीफाई कर लेते हैं. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज limit x approaches to x cube minus a cube upon x minus a equal to limit x approaches 1 x power 4 minus 1 upon x minus 1. Find all possible values of a. So again we are going to apply the same formula on both the sides. It is in the standard form. So here we write on the left hand side equals to 3 into a power 3 minus 1, that is 3 a square, and the right hand side, after applying the limits formula, we get 4 into 1 power 4 minus 1, which is 4 into 1. So according to question, we have 3a square equal to 4. So a square equal to 4 by 3 implies a equals to plus minus 2 upon square root of 3, and that's the answer. Again a easy question. So next question, here we have evaluate the limit x approaches 1. Okay, this is limit x approaches 1, x power 15 minus 1 upon x power 10 minus 1. So how do we solve it? Limit x approaches 1. I'm going to apply the limits in both numerator and denominator, and side by side I divide numerator and denominator by x minus 1 to make it in the standard form, which is limit x approaches a x power n minus a power n upon x minus a, n into a power n minus 1. So I have divided numerator and denominator both by x minus 1 and separated the limits. So according to this formula, we get 15 into 1 power 14 upon 10 into 1 power 9, that is 15 by 10, and this is 3 by 2. So the same way we have to apply the formula by reducing the required factor into standard form. Whatever factor is necessary, we can divide it by it. Next question, we have limit x approaches to 1, x plus x square plus x cube plus x plus and so on plus x power n whole minus n divided by x minus 1. So this is a very good question. So what we do, look, it seems like a geometric progression, but See the term, last term, this is minus n. Like we add 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. If we add 1 4 times, we get 4. If we add 1 5 times, we get 5. Similarly, if we add 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 up to n times, so what do we get? N. So it means we can break n into n factors, like 1 plus 1 plus 1 up to n times. So that's what we are going to do here. So x plus x square plus x cube plus and so on up to x power n. Instead of writing minus n, we write minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus and so on minus n times the same factor upon x minus 1. Now combining these n minus 1s, we have written minus 1 n times, combining each negative 1 with each x factor. So here we get limit x approaches 1, x minus 1 plus the next is x square minus 1, then with other factor x cube minus 1 plus and so on up to x power n minus 1. So in this way we have adjusted this minus n into these n powers of x upon x minus 1. The question is simple. I think it is clear to you now. We can separate the terms x minus 1 upon x minus 1. We have to separate the limits as well. X square minus 1 upon x minus 1. Limit x approaches to 1. This is x cube minus 1 upon x minus 1 plus and so on. At the last term, limit x approaches 1, x power n minus 1 upon x minus 1. So first term cancel out, we get 1 here, and applying this formula, limit x approaches a, x power n minus a power n upon x minus equal to n into a power n minus 1. So here we get 2 into 1 power 2 minus 1 plus 3 into 1 power 3 minus 1 plus and so on plus n into 1 power n minus 1, and this is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on up to n, which is nothing but the sum of first n natural numbers, and which is given by n into n plus 1 upon 2. I hope this is clear to you. बहुत सिंपल क्वेश्चन था. यहाँ पे इम्पोर्टेंट क्या है बेटे? We have to break up this n into minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 up to n times, and the question is then simple. Okay, the next question is limit x approaches to 0, 1 minus x whole power n minus 1 upon x. So let us do this question. So now we should have same factor in the denominator as in numerator. So here what I do, limit x approaches to 0, I multiply it with negative sign and divide it by negative sign. Okay, in the next step, negative sign के साथ limit x approaches to 0, this is 1 minus x whole power n minus 1 upon, here I am going to add and subtract 1 so that it reduces into the standard form. Now see, this is, say this is x minus a, again we have x minus a, we can write it as minus 1 power n. So x power n minus a power n, it is of the same form. So this is equal to limit minus this is limit y approaches to 1. Here I write y power n minus 1 power n upon y minus 1, where I have supposed y equal to 1 minus x. So as x approaches 0, so y approaches 1. So now we can apply the formula n into a power n minus 1, which is equal to minus n, and that is the answer. I hope all these questions are properly understood by you. So guys, try these types of different questions, and in the next video we shall continue with the next topics. So till then, have a good day, take care.